Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel as yet? Have you? Thank you if you have. And if you have not, we're asking you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll get the latest news, weather, information, entertainment, you name it. It's a packed program come 2024. So have you subscribed? Okay, I'll wait a second for you to subscribe. Go ahead. I'll wait. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to THG News Today for Wednesday, 13th December. My name is Mervyn Henley, and I'll keep you company for the next few minutes as we present to you a few stories that's happening throughout the Caribbean. The news this morning, of course, is brought to you the kind compliments of Carl & Sons on St. Martin. Carl & Sons located at two locations, the Ponfil and in Coal Bay. Remember, they're serving your local delicacies for this Christmas. They've got everything, cakes, you name it, Christmas buns, their famous ham sandwiches that they're taking advantage of there at Carl & Sons on St. Martin. So get yours today. So let's hear from Carl & Sons, and we will be right back with the news.
Carl & Sons has delicious food to fit your lifestyle and go easy on your pockets. Carl & Sons, your number one spot for breads, pastries, cakes, sandwiches, breakfast, and lunch. Check out Carl & Sons today on Ponfil and in Coal Bay. The holidays are here and so is the Christmas ham at Carl & Sons. Get your Christmas ham sandwiches or Johnny cakes this season. Add a choice of cheese or egg or have all three. You can't go wrong with either one. Follow them on Facebook and don't forget Fun Mouse is your friend at Carl & Sons.
Shocking news. Rock to the entertainment industry. Soca sensation Ricardo Drue was pronounced dead yesterday at Sir Leicester Bird Medical Center around noon on Tuesday. He was rushed to the hospital after being found unresponsive in his room. We're still waiting for more details on the sudden death of this soca sensation who was engaged to soca artist Patrice Roberts. It's just shocking, life. In the event of a war arising from the border problem between Guyana and Venezuela, St. Vincent is among the southern Caribbean islands that could potentially experience an influx in refugees. The December 3rd referendum in Venezuela grants the state the power to assume control of the Essequibo. However, Guyana maintains that the ownership of the territory is non-negotiable. The assertions from both parties provide the conditions for overt hostility. Prime Minister Gonsalves stated that any overt hostilities between the two nations would result in a multitude of problems for the Caribbean region, such as an influx of migrants migrating northward into the southern islands. This could be a situation where a lot of people would lose their lives. There are a lot of setbacks for development. Refugees from countries that are in conflict will be moving. They're going to come to the islands, so we need to encourage conversations. The fact of the matter is that our region has been and is a zone of peace, and we would like to keep it like this. If open conflict and force emerge, the implications are horrendous to contemplate. It would affect everyone negatively in the most distant villages in our Caribbean and also in Latin America. Citizens of St. Vincent and other southern Caribbean islands may themselves under significant pressure due to the fragility of their economies and the social safety nets. The U.S. border issue serves as a vivid reminder of the dire circumstances that might arise. The two presidents, President Ali of Guyana and President Maduro of Venezuela, will meet on Thursday in Kingstown in St. Vincent. And yes, the Prime Minister is right, we don't need this for a whole lot of reasons. We do not need this war between Guyana and Venezuela. And that is why I am hoping that on tomorrow, Thursday, they meet and they're able to resolve these issues. Because if not, it is not going to be pretty. Certainly not going to be pretty. We now move to news in St. Croix, where District Court Judge Robert Malloy on Friday sentenced former government contractor Stephanie Barnes to 44 months in prison for her involvement in a scheme to embezzle funds from programs receiving government funds, conversion of government property, and filing a false tax return. Prosecutors detailed how Barnes and co-defendant Ann Golden embezzled funds from the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission. The scheme involved no-bid contracts, underwriting Barnes's doctoral studies, and cash reimbursements for personal expenditures. Barnes also falsified a tax form to understate her 2016 income, significantly reducing her tax liability. After the scheme was uncovered, Golden, the co-defendant that is, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 24 months in federal prison. She testified against Barnes, who continued to claim her innocence. Barnes' attorney described the charges as propaganda. Despite her conviction, Barnes sought a new trial and accused Judge Robert Malloy of bias due to his personal connections with Golden and her family. Her request to subpoena Governor Albert Bryan Jr. as a defense witness were denied. Judge Robert Malloy ordered Barnes to serve 33 months for her role in a conspiracy to commit theft, 44 months for illegally converting government property, and a further 12 months for submitting a falsified tax return. These sentences are to be served at the same time, effectively culminating in a 44-month prison sentence. Additionally, Barnes is mandated to make a restitution payment totaling over $247,000 and is subject to a $10,000 penalty related to the conspiracy charge. To facilitate the payment of the restitution, Barnes is required to join a work program while incarcerated, and any monetary gains from sources such as gifts or lottery winnings will be applied towards the restitution owed. They won't get away, especially when it comes to the United States or the U.S. Virgin Islands. But you find a lot of what she's doing takes place in other independent countries across the Caribbean. But of course, because there is no accountability, and because ministers and PSs and all these people, permanent secretaries, they can do what they want. So, well, it comes across like they can do what they want, right? And finally, in our news this morning, United Nations Secretary General António Guterres has lamented in a Human Rights Day message that the world is losing its way. In 2023, where has this guy been? The United Nations Secretary General, where have you been, sir? The world is losing its way? You gotta be kidding me. This is 23. You know how long the world has been losing its way? Conflicts are raging, poverty and hunger are increasing, inequalities are deepening. The climate crisis is a human rights crisis that is hitting hard the most vulnerable hardest, he observed. He also noted that civic space was shrinking and the media was under attack from all sides. Gender equality remains a distant dream, and women's reproductive rights are being rolled back, the Secretary General declared. Today, it is more important than ever to promote and respect all human rights, social, cultural, economic, civil, and political, which protect us all, the UN Secretary General observed. In addition to Human Rights Day, on Sunday, December 10th, was the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The UN Secretary General said the Universal Declaration showed the way to a common values and approaches to help resolve tensions and create the security and the stability that the world crave. Guterres called attention to the Declaration's iconic opening sentence: all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. He said that sentence was as important today as its adoption 75 years ago. Guterres called on member states to use the 75th anniversary and the summit of the future next year to strengthen their commitment to the timeless values of the Universal Declaration. He also urged people worldwide to promote and respect human rights every day for everyone, everywhere. Sorry, but just a bunch of lip service. I'm sorry. Hey, lip service. This is what they say every year. Same thing. He'd come back with a similar speech next year and the year after, because he thinks that's what he needs to say. But are the actions to these words, Honorable UN Secretary General? That is our news for this morning. It's been a pleasure being here with you today, Wednesday. Do remember that on Friday, December the 22nd, it's our last day for the year as far as THG news. We have families too. We have special people we need to spend our holidays with, right? And we need to celebrate in a great way. So December 22nd will be the last news day for the year. If we have breaking news throughout December, of course we'll bring that to you. But as far as the morning news, 6 o'clock every morning, Monday to Friday, we're on vacation, just like you. We're going to enjoy our holidays, and we'll be back in January. The production team, they have families as well, right? You're not going to work us and you enjoy the holidays. No, it's not going to work like that. But we'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock for a similar presentation of THG News Today. I am Irvin Hanley. Have a good one.